Kids, I'm back. So this is my second video and going live here from Central Florida. We've had some storms today. We've had some heat. We're going into a 5 day period of an extreme heat advisory. Like we're talking about killing the wildlife extreme. It's from what the forecast is saying, it's just going to be untenable here um, in Central Florida. So, but that's not what I came to talk about at all. At all. So, this is my second video back. Um, Monday, I had a really busy day and I worked out really hard actually at cardio rehab. And um, I had other things I had to do, it was a lot of time consuming stuff and reading things and signing things and filling out forms and questionnaires and all that kind of bullshit. So, um, Monday night I was just done, and since I don't have a full packed week, um, I took one of my prescription sleeping pills and slept, and because I was tired, and I slept all night Monday. I slept all day Tuesday. I got up at 10 p.m., 10:10 p.m. and had a light dinner and went right back to sleep and slept all the way till noon today. So I am perfectly rested. Now, my mind's been acting weird today, so this is like the ninth attempt at a um, video. I keep having like these brain farts or something today. I don't know if it has to do with me still coming off that medicine that made me that I had a bad reaction to. I don't know. All I know is I'm doing my best. I think I'm thinking okay, but then suddenly something disconnects and I'm just lost in Blanksville. So we're gonna try to get through Blanksville this time. I have hope. I have faith. I've been working on this for hours, hours. Yeah, I have something to do now. I work on getting out one YouTube video for hours. You know how much it used to take me? I would sit down in my office room in the house, which is no longer an office room, and I would sit down in front of my desk, have nothing particular on my mind, sit down, maybe scroll a little bit on my phone or look around the room for some sort of inspiration for something. And then suddenly I would just click on YouTube, record, and just go free. Uh, I have no scripts, no nothing. So all those tales and jokes and everything that you heard back in the past, that was just all off the cuff stuff. There was no planning. I'm still doing off the cuff, but I'm having trouble getting through off the cuff because sometimes I get interrupted and it jangles my train of thought, which is I guess part of being what's that word? Demented. It's part of the dementia. So yeah, dementia's a difficult reality to deal with when you're the demented person because there's a period. First of all, when you get diagnosed with the dementia, there's this period of denial, like, oh, maybe they made a mistake or blah 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 blah. But then it becomes obvious because dementia is kind of like diabetes. It just kind of creeps through everything and destroys as it goes along. So yeah. um so dementia is a problem that I have. I also have a problem with my attention. I'm trying not to pay attention to things, and I know that sounds weird, um, for my own salvation, because I can't. even handle the fire hose of chaos that goes on every day. Because let me tell you, when I missed Tuesday, when I woke up this afternoon, I had to see everything. Everybody wanted to show me, like every app, everything wanted to show me everything I missed that happened on Tuesday. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne dying, and I mean, it was just right and left, all kinds of stuff. Somebody said something and did something that offended 10 million people, but you know what? We all need to get over it because we're snowflakes or, whatever. Um, so I got Tuesdayed all over, and meanwhile it was Wednesday, and the Wednesday ooze was dripping out over my toes. So to the point where I had to put an extra pair of socks on and some shoes because I couldn't stand the ooze of Wednesday. So um, I'm following my psychiatrist's instructions and really limiting news a lot. I am limiting. I have cut off about 90%. I'm not at 100%. I don't think I'll be at 100% for a while, but I whacked off 90% in a heartbeat. I mean, real quickly. So, um, although everything that I do hear is absolutely horrifying, and I can't believe sometimes that like every time I hear something that goes on about the United States government right now and what they're doing illegally or what they're doing, with and messing with people and all this kind of stuff, I process that information through a seventh grade filter because in seventh grade was the year we did civics, and I loved civics. Civics was one of my favorite classes ever, and I soaked up civics like few things because like I wasn't the greatest student, and I really didn't care about a lot of the shit that they were teaching me, but I loved civics. I loved PE. I loved civics. There was a few things I really, really, really liked, and civics was among the top. And every time I hear them talking about all these horrible things they're doing and these horrible outcomes that are happening, I just hear it through a seventh grader's um, civic minded voice and in civics class wanting to learn everything and get an A for the first time in my life. I wanted an A so badly that I couldn't taste it. I wanted to be the perfect civics student. And so I listen to these things through that lens. And when they don't match up with my ideals and actually are the antithesis of my ideals, it deeply offends me, and it makes me wonder where these people were when civics was being taught. And then I hear now they don't even teach civics, which to me is the stupidest thing any government can do. The stupidest thing. You want your people to know what to expect and how to navigate your world, your government. It's their government too. They should know how to navigate it. They should know how to interact with it. They should know what documents mean. They should know what are important documents, what aren't so important documents, what's written in the law, what's written for everyone and what's written for only some people. Civics is important. And I can't believe that we have all these people that just don't care. They just don't care at all. It's like to them, living in the United States is like living in any dump because they treat it like a dump. I don't know if you're smelling it yet, but it's been around. The stench has been around for a decade. We're living in a dump. Christ's sakes. And if that's too much for you to handle, honey, you're just going to have to grow up, because you know what my psychiatrist told me? There's no pill for that. There's no pill for all this reality going on right now, all this chaos going on right now, all this all this buggery going on right now. There's no pill for it. So shield yourself as much as you can, because that's what I've been told by the expert, my expert. He said, shield yourself as much as you can, because you, Captain Anxiety, will not survive dealing with this, just throwing your chest out and being a big, strong Superman isn't going to work this time. It will kill you. It will mow you down. It will diminish you into nothingness. Well, that's fun, isn't it? So I love uplifting mental illness conversations with doctors. They're so uplifting. They're so hopeful. Did you hear anything in that whole conversation I just said that was hopeful? That any shred of hope in it? Because I sure didn't. And I've been watching my language lately. And unless I'm being very sarcastic, I haven't had a shred of hope in anything I've had to say in the longest time. And that's sad, because I'm an eternally hopeful person. But I can't lie to people. I can be internally hopeful, but I can't express that outwardly, because that would be dangerous. That would be deceitful. So it's not that I'm just Nancy negative all the time, because I'm really not. Actually, I like to laugh and have fun. I love to tell jokes, and I love to tell dated jokes. I'm especially good at older life. I love to tell jokes that were funny in the 70s or maybe the 80s or the 90s. Particularly when you're talking to somebody that was born in the 2000s or the 2010s. I mean, unless they are properly educated in memorable moments of music and 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 cinema and television and world events. I mean, if you can't remember where you were on the bicentennial, like, you'll miss all my bicentennial jokes. You just will. They'll go right past you. And I've been told I have a very clever wit, which was a nice way of putting you're really strange, but actually you're kind of smart, because you really put things together in a way that makes people think, and your jokes don't land immediately, but they do land later, sometimes years later, but later. So they do land eventually. So I can be proud of that. Um, what else is going on? Um, this whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. Okay, first of all, I'm not involved. I don't like girls, and I don't like little girls. So I am in no way infatuated with this story or interested in this story in any way other than the fact that it's a grand scheme of pedophilia at the highest levels of the world, where all these old, creepy white men gathered together to in groups and as individuals and had their way with underage girls. And Donald Trump, whether he likes it or not, was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend for at least 15 years. Not 1 year, not 15 days, not 15 months, 15 years. And you can't tell me he doesn't know everything about everything, because I know about having close friends, particularly close male friends. I had a male best friend who died several years ago, and we talked about everything. And we laughed about everything. So if you can get that confidence from a male to be a best friend, you're going to hear all the dirt, whether you want to hear it or not. So there's no Donald Trump is innocent, nothing to see here. There's plenty to see here. There's probably so much to see here. They're terrified to show you even a cup full, because a cup full is going to lead to a gallon full, is going to lead to a swimming pool full. And they've got video, graphic video of pedophilia going on. Thousands and thousands of files, thousands and thousands of scenes, of activities. You don't think Donald Trump's in any one of those, really? After being Jeffrey Epstein's best friend for 15 years? You think he escaped the video camera as much as he loves himself? Oh, goodness gracious. Please, people, make it stop. So, think about it. Think about it. Don't think about it passionately. Think about it logically. You've seen, let's say you're a woman, you don't know anything about men. Okay, let's just say. Let's say you're a married woman that knows nothing about men. You know how your husband acts around his best friend? How horsey play and obnoxious and all the thousands of inside jokes they giggle with each other about and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's what male friendship's about. We don't sit around at brunch and talk about our feelings. We don't. We stand when we talk about our feelings, we are 99% of the time standing on our feet. Because to be sitting down would show weakness and tiredness and the lack of the ability to fight. So men, when they talk about their feelings, a lot of times they're standing up. Because you got to peel those things out of men. Men don't like talking about their feelings unless they're trained to. Like, I've been in therapy for 43 years. I'm trained to talk about my feelings. Most men aren't. And if you want to make a man really uncomfortable, just put him in a room with me and let me start talking about my feelings. Because trust me, it's the easiest way to clear a room and get more space for yourself. I learned that in a mental hospital. So that's how I got the couch space I want, and how I got the volume turned down on the television too. So yeah. Don't let that one out too far. Don't make that the viral moment. Anyhow, 20 minutes is enough for you all. 20 minutes is enough for me. Hopefully this video worked out. And we'll talk about other random things another day. But today, I can't manage more than random things. I guess it must have been the sleeping pill. I don't know. Anyhow, bye-bye.